Hello, ladies and gentlemen, LMG here, and welcome to our early impressions review of Fate Remnant. Now, this is by Koei Tecmo. I'm a big fan of the Fate series. Yeah, the animes and the manga as well. And now, main character Miyamoto Iori was mentioned in Fate Grand Order, because they had started development of the game as well. Yeah, special thank you to Koei Tecmo for an early copy of this. Now, I am pretty through the game, not all the way through, although finishing an RPG in a week is a bit of an ask, especially when you got other videos and other things to cover. But I did get about 20 or so hours in. We're about level 30-ish. So we've gotten through a good amount. I can tell you all about the meat and potatoes of the game. This is kind of our stronghold, our fortress, if you will. Also, Koei Tecmo did ask me to avoid kind of any story spoiler stuff, so I will try to be very, very light on any details. Though we will go around the world, I will avoid any quests, true servant names, etc. Because a lot of that gets revealed later. It's very, very good stuff. All the cutscenes are very good as well. But first off, let's go talk about the Mage Workshop. Because Iori does some mage work as well, and also got a lot of renovation stuff as well. A lot of this kind of expensive. A little grindy. You gotta go find a lot of stuff. I don't think I can get eagle eyes. Chaining mountings that possess powerful effects, and we'll talk about mountings in a second here. Anything else we can get? Eagle Eyes 1 though. Gonna cost me about 28,000 yen. Oh, alright. Alright, very nice as well. We'll talk about the mountings. And the game not too pricey as well. I was kind of surprised. There is a season pass with I do believe 3 DLCs planned. There's also, I think they get an event with the pre-order, or it's the deluxe edition. You do get some mounting with that. It lasts about an hour or two, not very long actually. But here is the empowered mountings, and we can also dismantle these for parts as well. But generally, all the things I've dismantled have not yielded any parts I like. Let's dismantle something here to show this off. And we'll talk about how dismantling works as well. Let's just dismantle this, I think. Oh, we gotta go and dismantle itself, actually. I apologize. Yeah, because you see on the right here, we got old iron, silk thread. We already have a lot of that. We get a little bit more. I kind of haven't been dismantling stuff because it hasn't been really worth the time. Oh, but if you do get over to here, kind of the ornaments, you can get gems out of these, which we'll talk about that in just a second. But let's go look. Because right now I've improved this about 3. I do believe you can improve these 9 times. If you had the mallets for it. There's not a lot of mallets though. I mean, right now I have 13 though. Let's get that up a little bit. We don't have a ton of that. And this one does have some nice defense because I've done up quite a bit. Damage up versus humans as well. But yeah, I see you got a lot of different stats we can add on to this. I kind of wait for something that will just have better stats overall. So I don't really want to improve that too much. And the turquoise braid one I have had actually for quite a while. I haven't had anything that's been that though. Ooh, loot up 22 though. We could improve the technique up a little bit, and we'll go into stats as well. So alright, one more. And early upgrades will only take you 1 mallet. Yeah, let's go loot up. Loot up, and we'll get 1 more. That's gonna take 2 now, though. Damage up versus servants. A lot of time we'll be squaring off. There are, I do believe, 15 servants in the game. 7, of course, as you remember, to kind of explain the basics of the story. I don't think it's too spoilery. It kind of follows the Fate series. There's 7 masters, 7 servants that compete in this waxing moon ritual, which is basically the Holy Grail. The one winner gets their wish granted, any wish granted. And there are 8 rogue servants, heroic spirits, if you will, as well in the game. that we'll run across and fight against, and sometimes as at some points. Okay, so let's equip this one. And that will be marked as visually as well. Do we have any left? I do have a couple. Damage up versus monsters, very nice. Get our material up. Okay, very nice. And we can craft gems as well, but I really don't think you need it. As we'll talk about sword styles too. Yeah, as we go over and give my overall impressions of the game. I really have never needed to. I've just been accumulating a ton of stuff. You can, let's just show this off here, I guess, a little bit. Okay, so that'll start as you're going around the world. This will speed up, and you can craft multiple gems if you need. Not really. I feel like you get enough during battle anyway, especially if you use your one of your styles in particular. But also mystic codes. We can talk about that as well, because you do a lot of ley line battles. I won't try to get into that too much, because any ley line battles is really kind of story specific battles, so I don't want to ruin that for you. But you can craft these support mystic codes that will help you out in that. I do definitely recommend. You can equip 5 at a time, and sometimes you do find them during the ley line battles as well, or gifted to them from other. Alright, we'll get into skills in just a second. Alright, just wanted to pause the game because they just show off all the rogue servants as well, and some of them have their names on there, so I do want to avoid that. Because actually I do believe this is all the skills that Miyamoto Uri has. I was going to tell you, I don't feel like there'd be extra room here. And we do have the 4 styles unlocked. We've got fire, earth, water, and wind. And a lot of these can be acquired. Yeah, you have to do certain requirements, have a certain amount of skill points as well. Let's actually use some skill jewels, because you'll find these a lot actually in towns you go to as well, fulfilling town board requests, etc, etc. So I actually do have a bunch, because we did just do a bunch of story. So yeah, let's consume that. And you could actually use these jewels and jewel fragments, and the clusters are worth more, on anybody. Your rogue servants, Saber, because I think it's okay to talk about Saber, because we don't show off her noble phantasm, or right now we don't have her name as well, so I think she's fair play. Link Strike, Miasma. Ooh, okay. And we do have affinity techniques, which you have a certain amount of affinity build up. Like this one is the most powerful one, and it costs the most because it's 3 points. Waterfall, that one's not bad because it's cheap. What was the new one? Let's see, we have quite a few. That's a 3 as well. You know what? Might be time to change that. Yeah, we'll try it. All right. Also, I think it's probably safe to go into Saber's one as well, because I don't think we have all of hers just yet. Yeah, there's only a couple trees. So she has yet to unlock her. Okay, so we're back in our workshop, and there's a nice codex, everything cutscenes, any information you need, etc. That is just to get out to the map. And then we'll go to another thing, sword maintenance, because it's a little fun mini game. And you can have better papers, and the buff is kind of worth it. It's not incredible though, but it's a fun little mini game. Yeah, just get in the circle. It's not that tough. I think I have failed one time though. Alright, so the next 8 battles, combat is multiplied by 1.2 your XP. Right now, let's see, we are level 36, so not terrible. And you also later on you unlock Buddha carving. It's just a little bit of mini games on that. which you can sell at a certain shop. Alright, we do get a little bit XP from that as well. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, we're avoiding anything involving the quest line. We're just gonna go wander around on the map. And I will take a little thing. There's a lot of districts, and a lot of them are around about the same. This is in the city, taking place in the city of Edo. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of busy work, I'd say. I'd probably be a lot further along if I hadn't done the busy work, but I kind of enjoyed it. Now let's walk around town a little bit and give you an overview of the map. And the red spots are fights, so I think, yeah, let's go up over here. Is there a couple places where we can turn in commission reports? Basically just doing stuff, defeating in certain abilities, techniques, etc. Defeating a certain amount of enemies. So you do get quite a bit of things to do. Alright. And the most important thing, and I spent quite a bit of hours doing this, petting all the animals. And this will heal you if you do need it, or get your affinity up. Though it's got to be a new one because that's marked out in gray. But if you're ever a little bit low on hit points, it's more important for affinity's sake. Alright, so let's get a little bit of the battle going on as well. And you do have a convenient if you get lost, just to show you the way as well. Let's go around then. I have picked about every spot clean of items. And animals, anything, side things to do. But these fights, every time you go in and out, some of the fights do respawn. Just general stuff. And the combat I found quite good, I think we can also take one rogue servant into battle as well. One of the heroic spirits. We don't have anyone right now, just to avoid story spoiler. I do have Valor though. Which Valor, we do have 2 stacks of Valor now, but that pretty much can wipe about anything. So these fights right now. Oh, we've got more though. And I found the combat enjoyable right now, and also let's talk about. We do have Wind Stance, the Fire Stance. Now Wind Stance is more for monsters, magical things, magic shells you'll have to break. Water Stance, I use that one quite a bit just because in general I feel like it's for big crowds. Earth Stance is kind of more a little bit defensive, blocking, more one-on-one. And Fire Stance is kind of like your ultimate, you do more damage the less hit points you have. So it's a little bit of risk-reward one. I use that occasionally just when I need to level it up to unlock other things. Yeah, but right now that fight's a little too easy. But I will say on the combat-wise, we did the kind of the normal default difficulty. We did grind quite a bit, but some of these fights are rather good, especially against servants, specific quests. Yeah, like the big storyline stuff. There's some epic fights. Trying to avoid a building over there so we don't spoil any, but let's pop into town, and we'll go to another district as well. And then we'll give you a good warning, as I just said there. There's a lot of side stuff called discretions, and I do believe there are multiple endings to this, so you can miss some stuff. So I would recommend doing every little side quest. But now here we can be a little safe. I won't spoil anything. Oh yeah, we do have another side thing over here as well. Oh, and there's the shop. And they got a button for selling all your junk. And I have quite a bit of it, actually. Wow. And you're actually out of stock on that. Okay. And you can also buy random wrappings and decorations. And you do get these in battle as well. I wouldn't, because it's usually what you have is better than what you get out of this. It's just like gambling. I wouldn't worry about it. And the thing that came with the deluxe and the pre-order one, that mountain wrap lasted probably about an hour before I outgrew it. So it didn't last that long. So if you just get the regular edition, don't bother with pre-order. I don't think it's a big deal. But alright, we got another little mini game here. We gotta mediate this dispute. Alright, basically we have to guess which whoever's about to throw the punch, we gotta stop. Alright. Pretty easy to do. Okay. And that improves our affinity as well. Okay, let's see if there's any... Oh, there is another one dispute. There are some more fights over here, so let's go check that out. But the combat flew very well, Saber and the other servants. There's a good flow, a good combination. You can change that out. You can really dish out some major damage. These fights right here are probably not a good indication of how tough at times the combat can get, especially against the servants. You know, Yori is he's a great swordsman, but he is human at the end of the day, and these servants can wreck. Oh, went the wrong way there. Ooh, item though, I missed. Alright. Kind of junk, but I wouldn't say no to it. But I will say graphically, a lot of these towns, all the NPCs, all this looks nice. Maybe a bit dated compared to some of the games graphically, but yeah, it does the job pretty well. I never found myself getting bored of the areas. Okay, now that, and also with the wind stance, that bottom is our kind of our magic from the wind stance. Let's do a little bit of fire stance. And you don't have really a block unless you do their stance. Oh, easy. And basically it is an X and Y, because we do have mouse and keyboard on this, and I find it works out rather well. But yeah, it's just basically X and Y combo. You can do X, 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 and then Y, or switch it up Y, Y, X for different combinations. And also, even though we can't get any from that, we'll still just pet the dog. It's very nice. Yeah. It's adorable. Okay, so I'm just gonna... I'm actually out of gems for the moment. How about how I never ran out of gems and then not having... Alright, we got some more stuff. Let's go look around a little bit more. I think the story is top notch. I think it's kind of a bad time for the game to come out, though, just because there's so much out in this holiday season, especially in October coming out. You just had the Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC come out. Recently Starfield and then Baldur's Gate. People maybe not have time for this kind of RPG, but I would recommend it. Even at the full game price, it's definitely good to have a post. And then let's show off, yeah, the miasma, we just got that. My only qualms about the combat is you can't lock on to all these regular humans. Like any of the smaller fry monsters, yes, but regular people, no. So it's kind of a little tougher to do that, but they're not. Kind of reminds me of Dynasty Warriors, just all that cannon fodder. Hey, very nice. Also, was there another dispute? Yeah, we could head down there. You can also sprint real quick as well if you don't want to waste time there. We're all well over 20 hours into it, and I have had a really, really, really good time. Kind of wanted to do all the side stuff. And I don't think you would have to, but I think it definitely makes it easier in the combat. Having more, because you get a lot of skill points from the side things, and the skill point tree especially if you get into the rogue servants as well, it starts to get to quite a bit of skills. So it definitely does pay to grind a little bit. But the grinding, I feel, it hasn't been that hard though. Let's set up here. I do want to show off a board because every town, every little suburb district of Edo has a board. Just to remind you of things that you need to do. Now we've done about almost everything. Except there is one item that I haven't found yet. But honestly, kind of confused where it would be at this point. I've done every nook and cranny. But it could just be one corner out of the way, really. Alright, it's another meditation event. Oh, gotcha. Alright, very nice. Okay, lovely. And yeah, graphically, it's nice. It does have some animated cutscenes as well. The intro is a nice animated cutscene. And I wouldn't mind seeing this in an actual Fate series. Now, there's been a couple of Fate games, but I don't think they've really been the quality of this game. So this is definitely good to see. I'm hoping to see more of this, actually. Of the whole series in general. Oh, and another item. So some of these are popping up again. Ooh, though I wonder... Yeah, this does open up later where we can actually... Yeah! Little shortcut. Which must be the item I was looking for. We couldn't do this till later on in the story, so this must be it. Alright. So I get a skill jewel fragment. Very nice. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the bulletin board. Oh, there's a couple things. Hey! And all the voice acting. There's no English dub or anything. It's all Japanese voice acting, but it's quite good. I think I prefer that way anyway. Let's go back to that board. I would say the ley line combat, which you'll see if you do pick up the game, and I'll show that off when it's just after the first weekend, when it's a little bit non-spoilery too. Okay, so we got a couple steel mallets, steel jewels, and a bunch of yen. All right, we're actually completely done in this area. All right, not bad. So let's pop off one more little bit because I got a little bit more to talk about. Right, too. Let's go over to Zoji because I think there's one thing, because there's a couple little things they don't really explain that well. I just want to give one little tip as well, just show off, because it kind of confused me for a second until I figured it out. Because whatever you hit the right trigger or whatever button it is on mouse and keyboard to do that, it does show this off. But also sometimes you have to use an actual quest, and well, like right here, you cannot tell that's there unless, you know, sorry, let's go to touch this. Alright, we visited Tagatsumon. Alright, this little location. Some of the skill trees are also based around going to things like this. So, you want to unlock certain skills, you have to visit these areas. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, the combat's quite good. It is easy to figure out. I think it's a nice combination with the servants and switching out the rogue servants. And Yori's got his own mixture of skills as well. He really starts to hold his own later in the game. And at times you will need that, so don't kind of neglect his skills. Because sometimes him and Saber have to split up for a while. But overall, you will also play a variety of characters as well, different adventures, the side quests. I recommend doing all of that too. But overall, really early impressions, about 20 hours in. I do want to say, currently right now, this is an 8 out of 10. It is quite good. Quite good. A little bit of lower budget title, but I think it does everything quite well. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing more of that. So link to the Steam page below. I would give a recommend. Also, you can always wait for a sale too. But I definitely think you should put it on your list to check out. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. It does help out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.